Welcome to Civic Innovators, where we explore how government leaders tackle some of the biggest challenges in public service. Today, Noam Reininger, CEO of Accela, and Joe Morris, Chief Innovation Officer at Government Technology, sit down with Patrick Miner, Information Technology Manager for Butte County, California. A small, resource-constrained county that has faced 12 federally declared disasters in just a few years, including the most destructive wildfire in California history. We asked, how can resource-constrained counties leverage technology to scale disaster recovery and deliver rapid, reliable service to residents in times of crisis?
Welcome to the Civic Innovators podcast, where we speak with government leaders that are tackling some of the biggest challenges in public service. I'm Noam Reininger, the CEO of Accela.
And I'm Joe Morris, the Chief Innovation Officer at eRepublic. Today, we're headed to my part of the country, Northern California, to hear about a county that's faced more than its share of crisis. Wildfires, floods, infrastructure, emergencies, that's a ton. And they had to figure it out and how to respond with limited resources.
So we are joined by Patrick Miner, Information Technology Manager at Butte County.
Butte County has experienced 12 federally declared disasters since 2017, including the Camp Fire, the most destructive wildfire in California's history. Through it all, Patrick and his team of just 2 people had to build systems that can perform under extreme pressure.
So Patrick, starting with the big question, Butte County has unfortunately seen a tremendous amount of disaster, huge catastrophic wildfires. You've had smaller disasters and winter storms that have hit scores of houses. And I'm curious, how has that shaped your thinking about what disaster recovery permitting and relief technology needs to be able to do in order to serve citizens well?
Yeah, we've learned a lot since the campfire in 2018. The most important things for us when we went to look for a new solution to replace our old one was flexibility, consistency, and transparency. Those are the core needs we had when we went looking, and we wanted to know, can we find a partner software that's going to be flexible enough to handle all sizes of incidents, as you mentioned, the campfire, which was 22,000 parcels to 4 homes in a winter storm. And can each incident be handled consistently the same to allow for our staff to learn and pass on those lessons? And can we be transparent for our customers? That means self-service through an online portal, workflows that make sense and provide useful, up-to-date information, and automation that reduces errors and handles volume for us.
You talk about flexibility. Now, when you say flexibility, my mind goes to scalability, especially when we're talking about, emergencies and disasters. So we're scaling up, we're scaling down. And if you look at that, especially when your staff's also impacted by the same disasters that you're trying to manage, how did automation and self-service help the county continue to operate when your resources were obviously stretched so thin?
People forget that scalability means you can scale up or down. Most people talk about scale only in the scale-up form. Scaling down occurs all the time in government. This could be due to economic downturns, or as in our case, you could have hundreds of your county staff lose their homes in that campfire. What do you do when the employees responsible for rebuilding your county need to rebuild their own homes? How can you scale down in staffing, but up in volume? The answer for us is automation innovation and a software partner who can step up when we're knocked down.
All right. So Patrick, in terms of automation, so can you share some concrete examples around automation and how that's improved velocity of recovery efforts for residents, whether that's bulk actions, jurisdictional checks, or basic condition automation?
Those are 3 great examples. When a disaster occurs, one of the most time-consuming parts of the response is identifying the parcels and opening records on them. Accela has enabled us to bulk create those cases with basic information to jumpstart the process. For context, think about it like this. The Park Fire in 2024 burned 671 square miles of land. That's larger than San Francisco County. That's an area larger than the city of Los Angeles. All of the parcels in that area need attention. They need a code case. They need a recovery plan. Additionally, disaster recovery is going to generate a lot of rebuilds and permits on the affected parcels after the cleanup process. Those rebuilds can occur across jurisdictions. In Accela, we build an automation that does a jurisdiction check on ACA. It prevents citizens from applying for a permit if they aren't in our jurisdiction, and it directs them to the correct city to get in the right jurisdiction. In 2024, we had 1,300 permits applied for online that were not Butte County jurisdiction. Those often include a refund as they paid their fees online, or a cancellation and communication to the customer. It's a lot of staff time and expense. Since August 18th, 2025, when we went live with Accela, we've had 0 incorrect jurisdiction applications. So the automations of the conditions allows us to inform our customers and our staff that there's an issue. The bulk creation of the records spins up a lot of us, and then saving our time on the back end as we try to get in the rebuild by eliminating permits that shouldn't be applied for in our jurisdiction.
Now, use 2 words that stood out to me: jumpstart and spin up. As I understand it, you went from needing 5 months to spin up disaster programs after the campfire to then 44 days after the park fire. That's a massive change. So what changed, and what impact did having the right platform make that possible? Maybe that wasn't possible before.
Well, I'd like to think part of it is that I'm getting better at this with all the experience. That said, the big change was, even though we weren't fully live in Accela at the time of the park fire, we made the call to build the program in Accela. There's this Wayne Gretzky quote that says, skate to where the puck is going to be, not where it has been. We were mid-implementation for our Accela software, and we pulled the trigger and built the recovery program in Accela and said, that's where the puck is going to be. All of our rebuilds going to come out of Accela. Let's build it now. So the big difference really is Accela. We had a great partner helping with our implementation, but the system itself gives you the capability to do what you need to do and do it fast. And those automations and the scripting allows us to accomplish what was a manual process that didn't have a lot of control into a very customized configuration on a very rapid timeline. And critically, from us, Accela stepped up. When the fire broke out, Accela called me. My account manager was on the phone with me. I talked to multiple C-suite executives within hours of the fires having started. They were here, ready to support us. Open-ended, hey, what do you need? Let us know what we can do to help you. A software partner like that is really rare and critical to our success for our citizens' recovery.
Unfortunately, you've had to learn a lot of lessons through hard experience in the face of these disasters. So for other jurisdictions that are overwhelmed, they're resource constrained, and the expectation is that they perform flawlessly in the face of a disaster, what guidance do you have for them in terms of choosing, leveraging technology, and how to think about partnership as they're scaling out their tech stacks?
Great question. Look for software that is working hard to improve. Our previous software wasn't. It's one of the main drivers of moving to new software. Don't look for software that you can staff and afford today. Look for software that you can scale up or down with your circumstances as they change. And then this is a big passion point for me that I talk about at a lot of different forums, and that is, what is your vendor relationship? I've worked with hundreds of vendors in my career, more than I could possibly count. Too many agencies have an adversarial or at least a vendor boss dynamic with their software partners. At Butte County, we approach our relationship with Accela as a partnership where we're collaborative, because Accela's success is our success. And in my personal experience with the Accela, they have viewed Butte County's success as their success. So that's sort of what we're looking for, is a collaborative partnership that is invested in a mutual success.
Patrick, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. It's really clear that resiliency isn't just about budgets. It's about really thinking through and building systems that are scalable and flexible, either to scale up or to scale down. And we really, really appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, I think it also showed, both Butte County, but Patrick's leadership. But what stood out to me in today's episode was automation, scalability kind of was a consistent thread throughout our conversation. And then the ending there, true partnership, and the impact that it can have on small teams to deliver, but just teams in general. And I think that kind of service benefits residents the most, particularly those that are hardest hit during these toughest moments.
So to all of our listeners, thank you for joining us for the Civic Innovators podcast. Until next time, Keep asking the bold questions.